Hi, welcome to Ansha Academy. This is part 4 of the ASP.NET tutorial series. So, in this tutorial, we will learn how to query child tables using Entity Framework Core. So, to do that, I am using our application that we created in the earlier part, wherein we added some endpoints to query the database. I will leave the link for the GitHub repository in the description for your reference. So here in the current application, what we have is we have added two endpoints, that is get product by name and get product by number. And if you see this, get product by name queries the product table and it returns the product data like this. So now let's see, this is one table and one model, and then we are just returning the same data from that table. Now, how do we query the child properties, right? If there is a foreign key on the product table, how do we query that? So to do that, let's take a look at the database first. So in the Adventure Works database, let's look at the product itself. So I'll just script it out. So you can see that this product has a foreign key on the subcategory table, product subcategory table, and then the subcategory table which is here. And this table also has another foreign key, and that is for category table. So like this. So we have a product, there is a foreign key on subcategory, and there is a foreign key on the product category. So let's see how we can get this data by querying the tables that are in the foreign key. So to do that, let's come back to our application. So let's look at our DTO, the product DTO. So currently we have these many properties, and then if you see the mapping, we are just mapping for two properties which are changed, and everything else is getting auto mapped. Now here, let's add a property for subcategory. I'm going to call it product product subcategory name, and I'm going to create one more for the child of the subcategory. I'm going to call this product category name. So now that we created the properties, so if you see our call that is happening in the database, so for our get product, right, or get product by name, so it's always getting called this method which we wrote in our earlier tutorial, and then we are calling the products query where we are querying on the product. Okay, so now we introduce two more properties, one from the child table, which is the product subcategory table, and this category is child of this child. So basically there is two hierarchy. Now, in order to for this to work, we first thing is, since we are going to query the child table, so here what the order that we have written will not work. So I'm going to real quick swap it. So I'm going to say create map product to product DTO, just the other way. It's going to be ID. Which is going to be mapping from product ID. Okay, we just swapped it for a minute. So I'm going to remove this for now. Now let's see what to do. Now for the new properties that we added, which is product subcategory name, is going to map from so x dot product subcategory. So now here this is a child table, right? So this is a child table. You can see that this is a table here. So I'm going to check if it is null, then just return null. Else, I'm interested in name. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are just checking if the subcategory is null, then it will return null. But if it is having a value, it will return subcategory dot name. Similarly, we will do it for the other one, which is a child of the above table. Product category name. So here we have to write one more level actually. So we are going to still go with product subcategory first. If it is null, going to return null. Okay. So here what we will do, if it is null, we are going to return null, or here we are going to go one level deep. Product category. If it's not null, return. Just to keep it, make it readable, I'm going to put it in a new line. Okay, so I can see now. I can put it in the next line as well. So what we are doing here is we are checking subcategory is equal to null, then we will just return null. If it is if it is a valid, then we are going to check for category. If category is also valid, then we are going to go and query the name. So basically there are two level deep we are querying it. So now all that you need is only the mapper changes. Now let's see if this works. Okay, so I'm just coming down to see if there is any data. Yeah, right here. So you can see that we do have the data here, product subcategory, and product category name. So these two are coming from the child table. Now, in order for us to see the query, if you go to the query window, so I can see that this is the query that is getting executed, and I will just put it in the SQL Server so you can see it. I can see that it is doing a join on the product subcategory, and then it's doing a join on the category table, and then it's applying the where condition, and then also it is getting us the data from the child table. And if you see our query itself, right, the data access layer, we are not including any extra like include statements there. So here we are not saying dot include, not doing this, but just we are including the parent table, but our mapper is able to exactly figure out what needs to be done, and when we call the project to, it is able to pass the correct query, passing with the tables that we need to query. So this is how we query child and any table, right, that has a parent child relationship. So I hope you were able to learn from this video how to query the child table. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel for more such content, and then please like and encourage us. Thank you.